Thank you, Creator, for all you do, all you have done, all you continue to do, and all that is to come. I love you. You know I love you. So, as you can see, it's still bright out. But today it was a pretty decent day. You know, I stayed up and stayed focused. Uh, through the night and majority of the day, trying to focus to keep the nonsense, out of the skies. So I can see what Creator wants me to see. I want to see what Creator want me to see, and this system is set up, and they don't want us to see nothing that's going on. You know what I'm saying? They constantly blocking the skies out. So now they done did this. You know, the brother just did a video. He said they had pretty decent weather where he was at. When I looked at his skies still look clear. This was like an hour ago. You know what I'm saying? This right here, this started rolling in maybe two hours ago. You know what I'm saying? It started rolling in about 2 hours ago, and now the sky's what looks like almost completely covered with it. But like you see how it looks dark and all of that old stuff. This is right here is going to become the night sky. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Because they got their ways and they got their tricks. And if they making smart dust, it ain't no telling what that shit could do. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. It ain't no telling what that shit can do. If they can transmit a frequency through some shit that look like clouds and then fly remote control airplane birds to circle around them and move them to a different area in the sky, it ain't no telling what this shit could do that they be pumping up in the sky, bro. Fuck, for all we know, this shit could, turn into a goddamn dragon. A vision of a dragon or something. It ain't no telling what these motherfuckers is able to do. Because from truth and information that I done received, like the technologies and shit that they make, they'll be done had this technology shit for 20 or 40 years before they give it to the public. They'll have it for 20 or 30 years, 20, 40, 30 years before they even start promoting it to sell to the public or give to the public. You know what I'm saying? So they make sure that they up on everything that they put out in the creation to the population of life. Because they want to make sure that they have all of their steps covered. They want to make sure that them devices is going to work in the way that they need them to work out in the public of the creation of life, in the creation of life, on the creation of life. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no telling what this smoke shit'll do, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just be watching this shit, because like I said, we all learning. You know what I'm saying? As far as that book go, I got the truth out of the book. Now I'm sitting up here and, I got the truth about how this shit is working, in the creation of life. But with their technologies and shit and their trickeries, that's something that is consistent. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing this for thousands of years. They continuously coming up with different ways on how to continue to deceive, manipulate, and trick the life in creation. So, I just be paying attention to this stuff, man, because it's a lot of stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that's going on it's a lot of stuff going on with them, with the enemies of our life, and it's a lot of stuff going on with the life in creation that you have no clue of. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know who you are or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been poisoning you from birth, and they done taught you all this ignorant shit for you to learn so that you don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? I used to didn't, give one thought about how the skies looked or what the darkness was that's in the sky. That shit is demons. That should be demons, bro. Because when I spoke out against it after the Creator showed me, the shit started clearing out. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just like when I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? Like the other day, I showed y'all the sky, you know what I'm saying, what was supposed to be in the night sky because it was dark and I was looking at it. And then out of nowhere, the shit just started breaking apart. And as the shit started breaking apart, I seen the sky and I was like, so all this shit that was in the sky was not the sky. It was just this dark shit that they pump up in the sky. But we be looking at that shit and we be thinking that that's the sky, bro. And that's not the sky. You know what I'm saying? They doing this shit to project images and shit. You know what I'm saying? To keep us in the dark about, what is truly in the sky. What does it truly look like in the sky? I don't even know what. I know that that's eternal energy to be passing over because they constantly trying to spray it. But with them constantly spraying shit up her, I don't really truly know exactly what looks like. I know when I stare into that eternal energy called the sun and that deep blue shit, you know what I'm saying? I be charged, bro. I be feeling charged. I don't know about nobody else, but I be feeling charged. You know what I'm saying? So I be staying up and I think that's got a lot to do with me doing a whole lot of running the streets and always working the shit. Even though I was doing all the drinking, whatever the things that I was doing, but I did what I did. I liked being outside, you know what I'm saying? And it didn't matter, you know what I'm saying? As long as I was outside, I was good. It didn't matter what was going on. I hated being in the house. I hated it. You know what I'm saying? I hated being in the house. Even when it was, I would, when I ain't had nothing to do, nowhere to go at, I would sit outside, I had a friend one time, and I think it was kind of, it wasn't bad weather, but you know what I'm saying? I like being outside so much. I was basically new in that area, you know what I'm saying? And I was sitting out there trying to do that little hustle nonsense, and I wound up falling asleep in a chair, you know what I'm saying? And cuz came, was like, hey man, we sleeping out here, man. It's, not out here in this section. You know what I'm saying? Don't be sleep out here in this section, bro. It's like, man, come on in the crib. Come on in the house, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just always like being outside, man. But the life in creation better start paying attention, like some real serious paying attention to shit. Just like I seen symbols and shit on cars. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm paying attention to everything, bro, because you don't know what's going on. We just now starting to see, bits and pieces of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just now. So, many people got their eyes wide shut. Mine don't never close now. mine barely even close, But it's always been like that. My shit always been like that, man. I ain't never really, been too, I was never a fan of sleep, for real. You know what I'm saying? I lay down and give me a little bit of rest, man. I'll be good. Like I said, I think I used to be charged like that, bro, because I did all that running around and stuff. So that means I was always out in the sun when the sun was out, or when the skies was clear and that eternal energy was up there, bro. And this was always, you know what I'm saying? I just stayed up, And I think that's one of the main things that they don't want the life in creation to know. Why would a system that is set up on death want you to know that this eternal energy, like the sun and other eternal energy that is in the skies, gives you eternal energy? The system is set up on death. They don't want you to know that. Let alone do they want you to be receiving it. Let alone do they want you to be receiving it and knowingly receiving it, knowing that that is what it is and what it is for. You know what I'm saying? So I just be like, y'all, start paying attention. I'm probably gonna, I'm waiting for a text from my sister to see what exactly it is that I need to be trying to explain a little better. In that video where I was talking about, I think I was talking about this stuff right here, and I was speaking about like some about the God nonsense too, a little bit. I think it was like three different subjects. I think I even spoke about some materialistic things in that video as well. You know, and I'm gonna start trying to explain things a little better if I can, cause I don't, I haven't been. Most people, they'll sit down, they'll write it. You know what I'm saying? They'll sit down and they'll write, exactly what they want to say, how they want to say it and stuff. But I've never really had to explain, anything, except for when I was up under that stupid ass demonic demon God covenant service suck ass system shit. Anytime that I got, in some trouble or some shit, I may have to explain, you know, about some wrong or something like that. But other than that, I never really had to explain anything, man. You know. But I'm gonna try to get better at explaining it to so I can try to make sure that I can, put the information, the truth out, as best as I possibly can, so it won't leave nobody